Oh man. Alright, you guys. So, I attempted to take a nap, but my toddler is up now, and you already see how I'm looking. Let me get up and go get my daughter, y'all. I am like super, not, I'm tired, but not super tired. I've been just like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. Like, my energy level and everything is up, but it's just, like I said, just loungy. Been wanting to be loungy lately, y'all, if that makes sense. I am trying to get more into the, groove of things and stuff like that. Trying to, I need a stand and all that stuff, y'all. Shoot, I'm trying to get back, get back into recording and stuff like that. Don't mind my little setup, y'all, and stuff. I gotta put y'all down real quick so I can go ahead, like I said, and get my daughter. But I did get a little nap in and stuff. And I just, as y'all told y'all, before, I do got videos and stuff that I do need to be pushing out. I do plan on doing my hair, y'all, and stuff like that. I like doing the little mom motivational vlogs and stuff. And I've been watching videos and stuff like that, y'all. Yeah, do y'all like my... Well, like I said, don't mind the clutter, y'all. We about to get rid of that table, but y'all like the little decor and stuff like that. I done tried to add some curtains. Don't mind the one right there, but right now it look like it's just open, y'all. So we I do need to get a rod right there and stuff like that to fit that video. The window. But yeah, y'all, my daughter, she waking up from her nap. I do have, we got some few things planned, like as far as I'm going for a ride and stuff like that, y'all. The sun is out. It's getting towards spring and everything. So I am trying to get my energy level up and just tell myself, y'all, just get out of the rut of the whole, winter and stuff like that. And if y'all been keeping up with me and watching my vlogs and stuff like that, then lately y'all already know. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and get my daughter up from her nap and stuff like that. And, trying to decide if I want to make me some coffee or something, because I did have some earlier. And I'm just trying to keep in mind of that stuff too when I'm putting my body a little more, y'all. If y'all don't know, I've been on a journey of just, healing and strengthening myself mentally and stuff like that, trying to be clean, really detoxing from who y'all know Domtastic XL to be, who y'all know Dom to be and stuff like that, and just showing y'all who I truly am. Aside of my brand, outside of me going to school, I'm sorry y'all if my lips look dry too, because they've been dry, y'all. So I'm about to put me some Carmex on too. But I do have a few things to do. Like I do have my schoolwork, y'all. I am getting closer, to right now we are getting into like towards the spring session for me in my school. If y'all don't know, I've been doing online business classes. I am going to major in business and business management. So I have switched over from CNA to I've been out of that field for about almost a year now. I haven't been practicing CNA. So yeah, you guys. But also I just wanted to show y'all too. I've been trying to update the kitchen. Y'all know how old our house is. So if y'all don't know, I started, decorating the kitchen and stuff like that. I could see my daughter. She waking up right now. She like to have that second of wiggling and stuff. And it's just right now they getting out of school, the kids and everything. It's a lot of traffic. We kind of live, on a, main street, trafficy street rather. So y'all didn't know, I was, decorating this her little mini refrigerator. So don't mind, it might be things here. And if y'all do watch us, y'all already know that our little 100-year-old home is just running out of space. So we got, we've made sure we obviously maximize the space in this house, but also keeping in mind that this house is old. It needs TLC, so it need a little livening up. We've been here for about almost 6 years. So before my daughter was born, she turned 2 February 18th, if y'all didn't know that. Yeah, she's Aquarius. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to put like some little, so I made that. Y'all know I make decor. I be making art and stuff like that. I don't just do nails. I do other little hobbies and crafts around. I love that pink, y'all. Yes, y'all. I made a big, huge picture for my wall. I got the rhinestones and all that stuff on there. So, I do plan on putting like a little separate little shorts of that up. And I just made little touches to the kitchen, y'all. Like y'all remember, don't mind that blind, y'all. That's still there. Because if y'all don't know, when y'all got animals and kids and stuff, I don't even know how up there got torn, but um I thought I ordered a blind for to replace the kitchen up there. I gotta reorder the blind. So I had realized when I was going over my like some things I ordered to, redecorate the house and stuff like that, that I didn't get the blind for the kitchen like I thought. I got them those curtains and stuff like that, and just a couple things that needed to be replaced. I am delivering myself. I was really in this thing. I'm gonna open up to about that a little more, get more thorough in depth because y'all don't. It's a lot behind Damo and how she think, and I'm learning that myself, y'all. And I do be needing to vent and just let some of this go. I tend to put a lot of pressure on myself, and like most people, well, not most people, but if you're a person that you want to accomplish, that's another thing y'all have made. Just to blend in with the kitchen. I really like my little artwork, and up there say "Don't be a cow" because sometimes those canvases and artworks get expensive. I'm an artistic person. I love color. I love texture. I love art. If I have not said that before, so like those things get expensive. I know. Last year, for my art hallway, I had had gotten some, pieces, and that was expensive. I ain't gonna hold you. I call myself going low key places, but yeah, even this one looked good on camera, y'all. Like to me, it looked better on camera than it do honestly in person. But I do plan on adding more to that. But like this is my little disco little section. So if y'all know, sometimes I'll be over here, and taking, so I wanted to just add artwork, and stuff like that to pop in the kitchen. And, with having a daughter, I got a daughter. So, the black, I got the black in there, like in the living room, my husband, that's black for him and stuff like that. So if anybody like, oh, ain't you married? Yeah, I'm married. My husband know me. I'm an island girl, so he already know that I like color and everything like that. And then yeah, so but he don't mind me, like we've been together since I've been 19, so yeah, I love my color and everything. And you already probably seen this already, just like the other thing. Right now, Jay out taking care of some things he had to take care of for himself. But yeah, let me go ahead and like I said, check. I like to let her have that little wiggle room. And I'm gonna be getting back a little bit on my videos, y'all. I do tend to sometimes, like, some people procrastinate. I'm human. So, I be having a lot of things I want to do. And then, my ADHD sometimes it kick in, and, I'll get started on one thing. But I actually been kind of productive, y'all. I woke up this morning, I had a few little aches and pains. For me, that's typical of my 30s now, like, to have some kind of ache and pain here or there or whatever. That's something I really had to get used to because I am also naturally hyped, so I'm used to being able to get up and just jump and go. And I have to tell myself, Damo, you getting older, girl. Like, those grades not there for nothing. You can't just get up and go no more. Like, unfortunately, you got to ease yourself into it. So this winter really humbled the girl down and showed her and told me, like, yeah. And I wish I could would have been in the mindset to record yesterday, but me, my husband, my mom, we had drinks, and we had a nice talk, a nice open talk, because my mom know me the best. My husband has been with me a very long time too, so he has taught me a lot as well from a man's perspective, especially for a woman growing up from a feminine background, like a feminist perspective, if that makes sense. My mother, you already know, I talk about that all the time. I love her. She was a single mom, so she made me. I didn't. You with my mom, I didn't feel like I was missing a man. I did not feel like I missed my dad. She made sure that, and with her being a young parent, I don't know how she did it, but I give her the credit all the time. Like, she is to me, the most humblest person, and she, did it with nothing. And, I just really need to be sometimes thankful. So I did a lot. I worked hard, and we ain't gonna get into all that, y'all, but I just, like, she is the reason why, I had grind so hard, why, I chose to wait till I was mentally mature and ready to have kids. And sometimes I doubt myself. I do. I might got it, but sometimes I feel like I need a little, reinsurance sometimes, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Yes, at 33 years old, with grace, I still need reinsurance. I'm sensitive, y'all. Shoot, I mean, I could take a lot. I feel like physically, not everything. I ain't saying I'm all like that now, y'all. I ain't know, but I'm just saying I could take more. It seemed like physical, and I don't even know about that no more. I'm getting old. My bones be achy. But then this, since then this, emotionally. I'm more of an emotional person than people realize. I just have like an egg, a hard outer shell, but I'm so sensitive on the inside. Like, it don't take much for my outer shell to crack. But yeah, you guys, like I said, I'm about to go get my daughter. So, it's getting springtime. Like, to me, the sun out is like 50 degrees outside. So it's getting springtime. I needed to revamp, and y'all probably don't really know about this area or whatever, but it's like my little sun area. I'm getting more into wanting to read and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, let me start decorating. So, like, if I want to open this, obviously open. Got the blinds underneath, but I wanted curtains. The whole time we've been living here, it's been just blinds, and like I said, y'all seen the one in the kitchen. My cat be getting into that stuff. So I am about to go get my daughter. But if y'all did not see, because this usually be on the other channel, I mean on my other, hold on, y'all. But I'm like, yeah, let me turn the light on because y'all can't see in the hallway. It was supposed to be on. Okay, it's on auto. But yeah, this is my little artwork hallway, and yeah, y'all, like, I'm serious. I'll be getting into that, and don't mind, this is just like, yeah, it's us. It just speaks us, and I don't do it no more, but I promote 420, because it had gotten me through a lot of times before my daughter came along. So I just like that, like, this is like my New York wall and stuff like that. And I ain't, just wanted to show y'all because I'm proud, of myself for, this stuff like this. Some of the artwork is made, like this or whatever. I had it on like on my website and stuff like that or whatever. So if y'all don't know, I got a eBay store, on a few different little, stores and stuff like that. So, but I slowed down, y'all. I used to be way more, not flashy, but more put together than I am now. And in my mom days, hey, it humble you down sometimes. You can't always get cute and stuff, and I had learned that the hard way, but I would never have been caught like this before. But hey, I'm not my hair, I'm like, hey, it's way more to me than me putting on some nails and hair. But yes, you guys, I love, like, this my bathroom. So, I just like, yeah, let me go ahead and, I love my hallway, y'all. All this was made, like, I made that. That up there was handmade too, balloons and stuff like that, So I'm proud of that. I do want to make a all fur picture. So if y'all like that type of stuff, this is handmade, handmade, handmade. I love that kind of stuff, y'all. And I'm also revamping my little sea room and stuff like that, y'all. But I'm a person, like, my optimism, used to be high. Like, I can't sit down and stuff like that. And I do, like I said, this house old. So y'all might see little, hey, things. It's 100 years old, y'all. We rent here first off. We don't own it. And, yeah, I'm about to go in my daughter's room, y'all, though. Hi, Mommy. Hey, Dale. Hey, Dale. Hi. Say hi to everybody, Mama. So yeah, y'all, this me and my princess. Yeah, you got hiccups? Some juice, Mommy. Thank you for opening the door for. She love her decor on the door and everything like that. So y'all, brings out the kid in me that, I left behind, like I used to be more obviously wild, and stuff when it was just me and Jay. But now that I'm a mom, she love me like this. I don't have to wear a weave, or feel like I need weave and nails and the stuff that, or like up there, you guys, the lashes, the extraness. She makes me feel like I'm okay just how I am. Down, y'all, so she can walk. Come on, let's get you some juice, princess. Here, let's go get some juice. So yeah, you guys, I had to really tell myself, like, my mom, we had a heartfelt conversation. She like, listen, like, you so hard on yourself. You put so much pressure on yourself. And my husband, he tells me this too, but sometimes, men, it come off different, from men. If I sound emotional, y'all, I told y'all. Whew. But yeah, you guys, and I really, through this winter and stuff, like, some people might look at me like, girl, is you freaking serious? Like, you know, it's different for different people. Some people, you know, like, I'm not, some people might look and be like, oh, you look like you bragging. What's that, mommy? What's those? It's Miss Gummies. Come here, want some juice? Let's come in the kitchen. So, if the couch a little junky, change it, get my daughter situated and stuff like that. We working on potty training, but, just because, y'all know how it be sometimes. Every kid can't be potty trained by two, so. But she doing everything else, counting up to 30, everything else she's supposed to be doing, y'all. And, I really had to change, and it's still am changing my mindset, y'all, for her because, I guess, I don't know if I was looking at life like, and I'm being honest. Maybe I was thinking, expecting way too much out of myself in life. I had my life, you tell me, I had my life all planned out pretty much, y'all. I wanted a baby like I have. I thought she was gonna be a boy. I didn't have your normal symptoms of pregnancy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I had the stomach and stuff, but I'm saying, like, for a girl, I didn't have any morning sickness. I could eat what I want, coffee, drink what I want. I did the night shift, all that stuff. I worked all the way up until the last week and a half before me due in the healthcare field. As a CNA, still rolling in residence. I mean, the nurses were so scared for me, Like, Dominique, you need to go home. Like, Dominique, you dropping, like, if you had this baby here, So, and I'm like, I'm good, y'all. I got it. I'm all right. Like, don't worry for me. Telling me to sit down and stuff, but, me, and I knew my body, I'm like, I'm good. So, yeah. So, yeah, you guys, just a little background, basically. A little, hopefully, motivation for somebody else that's like this. I had to take a lot of steps back, y'all. And I wanted to go all the way down to this. I cut all my locks off. I wanted to see me for me, not for what I think that I should have been. Sometimes you get caught up in that social media, and it may not be, oh, yeah, I'm showing skin, but, with me and trying to build my brand and the image, and, sometimes it don't match. This me, y'all. I don't have them locks no more, so, yeah, I still use my logo and stuff, and people still, I think, sometimes think I have locks and everything. I cut my locks, like almost a year ago, pretty much after I left the healthcare field. And, I just wanted a fresh start, I didn't want to be, because I was always a person from teenage, I wore nails, like 11, 12, I was wearing, actual nails, going with my mom to get my nails done. I wasn't playing with dolls and stuff like that. So pretty much puberty age, 10 for me. I started, doing, playing with dolls. I never really played with dolls. I mean, I started getting my nails done, and the nails was everything for me. My mom did the hair, so she always made sure my hair was fresh, and that's just how I was set up. I never was really the Nike type girl, but my bobos and everything I did wear my little cute shoes, they matched. I made sure I was matched down, everything matched down to my popsicles. I was kind of like that. And I didn't keep the same style. Basically saying all this, y'all, to say that, I had to come a long way. And, if I could find some of my older pictures from, like, school, they probably in my mom's house. So next time, hi, mommy, I go over there. I'm going to take some of them pictures and stuff so y'all can see how I used to be, jewelry and stuff like that. I had my jewelry and everything. And, I was little, they used to call me baby legs because I was like I'm 5 feet, so they called me baby legs. And they really used to, like, protect me in school. I don't know if they thought I was, but they really wanted to, like, protect me. This one, like, for real, like, and just like it just was so I wasn't like I ain't gonna say obviously I wasn't bougie because we struggled. My mom worked hard to get me, and then when I was 15 I started working, y'all. So hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. I had to just get my daughter together real quick, but yeah, y'all. So let me see also if my husband texts me back. Hold on, y'all. Just texting. Yeah, natural. I don't know why, y'all. I know sometimes what they say it could be or whatever, and but every now and then, sometimes my jaw hurt a little bit. Not hurt, but like I feel like a twinge every now and then or whatever. But yeah, y'all though. Oh, yeah, like I said, cause you could tell I've been licking my lips. They've been dry, y'all. So yeah, that's exactly what that is. I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea that it's anything else. Well, I don't see her around here, y'all. I'm gonna wait till my husband come back though, so that way, I know it's upstairs, and he should be on his way back. So I'm gonna wait for me to go ahead. I don't want to leave her down here, she in her chair, like stuff like that, y'all. But yeah, I just pretty much basically y'all and just I used to be, like, and I, could be hard on myself, and when because of the stuff that my mom had been through that I seen, I kind of grew up with, a little bit with her, and I wanted more, I wanted to think I could take her out of that situation when I start working and stuff, life would just be hard, y'all. But like and like I had it planned. I thought I had it planned out or whatever. And like when you do that, sometimes like you just rushing life or just trying to plan every moment and stuff, and it don't go your way. You set yourself up for a lot of disappointments, y'all. And that's what I learned. I learned that very hard. I learned that I made it hard for myself, and now I'm getting tired. So yeah, now I'm tired. So now here it is. This me, and I'm gonna be just getting a couple of these videos out. They're gonna be like kind of like this raw and uncut and stuff like that too. So yeah, I did have my hair done, and stuff like that. But sometimes them braids cause tension. That's another reason why I took my locks out too. In the midst of they just were starting to look unhealthy to me, and just I wanted a fresh start. I never really, the fact that I could grow my hair that long was, a goal for me. And once I reached that, and I started getting to the point where I was about to sit on it, I just was like, yeah, and they starting to look unhealthy anyways. I thought I'm saved up, but I was like, yeah, so it's just hair. Cut it. You can always put some braids back in like you used to, or, I wanted it short. I was tired of the hair and everything, having to do it all the time. So I just, this is easy sometimes to manage. My husband, he from where like they like more natural hair. Obviously they used to weave and all that stuff too, but he his family, and he can appreciate natural hair. So and I was from the family that I wasn't used to seeing my natural hair from birth. From not literally from birth, from little though. Like I said, my mom did hair, so I was not used to seeing my hair. He got me comfortable and used to seeing my hair. He not advocated, but he encouraged the lock journey for me. To take all the weave out, all the perms and everything and stuff like that, and just grow my hair, and actually see it. Stop wearing, you just when you got it, somebody that's wearing, I stopped wearing all that stuff. I started to see my natural beauty for me without all the extra, because naturally I'm, extra on the outside, and I'm a person that I can speak words with my outfit. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to be on like, oh, here I am. I can just literally, and I'm not bragging, y'all, I can literally just walk down the street though, and I can have on a clash of colors like how my house look, but it goes for me because that's the attitude I provide. But now, I'm getting older, I'm like, shoot, I don't, it's too much now. I'm a mom. I can't keep up with all that no more. All the nails and, changing my hair every couple of days and, I never did makeup, the lashes all the time and stuff. They start to, irritate now. Like, they dry my eye. I just can't keep up with all that. We had took a light fixture down, like a big fan fixture down, y'all, up there. So he had patched over that. That's why that's there, y'all. And we just decided to keep it there. We shot that. I think we shot that out in the garbage, yeah, because it was about to fall down on my kitchen table, and that's very, that junk heavy duty. Um, yeah, we can't afford to lose none of our, furniture and stuff we got. So yeah, this is where we at, y'all. This me. This may be me for a minute, and yeah, you guys. I don't know if y'all want a part two on, what's going on with me and my health and wellness journey, my mental health journey, and like, more motivational things on, how I end up like this. Comment down in the comment section below and stuff like that, y'all. But yeah, I just was like, let me share this, y'all, because a lot of people look at me and they might think, oh, she just, you know, whatever they think about me. I don't know what people think about me, honestly, but don't look at my logo. Don't look at, oh yeah, she do nails and think that's me 24/7, y'all. I'm a mom first. I'm a wife first. And, I am also, like, I'm trying to get myself together. I'm trying to get myself on a better spiritual journey. I'm trying to get clean, like as far as in, I'm still, I don't care if I've been, sober for a minute now, but still, to me, it's still always a chance to, I'm talking about sober from weed and marijuana, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Tobacco. I used to smoke cigarettes and stuff. So that's what I mean by clean. And every now and then we'll have a drink, but I used to smoke it heavy. I used to smoke cigarette stuff heavy, before having my daughter. Because at 31, my brother had his kids, my little brother, and he had his kids first. He'll be 29 this year. I think he'll be 29 this year. So I just didn't see it. I had PCOS, and anybody that know about PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, y'all know how much harder. I told y'all, I used to be heavier. I did have the older video before they deleted it. But yeah, you guys, so it was a battle. Me and my husband, we have been, like I said, we've been married since I've been 19. So 13 years, it'll be 13 years for us March, because sometimes I be confusing because we also met, we had kind of got married, like, we got married soon. So if y'all want a video on that and how we met and how we got married and stuff too, comment down in the comment section below, and how we made it work and how we still married 13 years later, despite a lot of stuff we've been through. Don't get it twisted. It's not perfect. If y'all want, like a little video on that or whatever, let me know down in the comment section below. Just, I'm just like any other person. I struggle with my own battles. I struggle financially still, just like any other person. Just because I have a little small business I run, I still struggle, y'all. I got orders I'm supposed to get out now, but I'm also a homebody now. Like, it's hard to get out, but this sun is making me want to get out. Like, being in the house sometimes so much, I go crazy now in the house too. But also I noticed that the work I was doing, CNA work, was not for me either. It was bringing out the ignorance in me. It was bringing out, just, like this side I never seen in myself. Like, I never seen myself so aggressive, so angry, so mad. Always, every day, like coming home mad. Just, it don't take that much to make me mad. Like, I never seen it so bad like that. And I was contributing it to postpartum at first, but then it just lingered. Even after being out of work, it just like, oh, triggers, just little triggers. And I'm like, yo, this not healthy. This not cool. This ain't mentally healthy at all for nobody around me. And like, for me, how old I was having her. Oh, good burp. How old I was having my daughter as well. Really also put, to me, not pressure, but I didn't see it coming. It kind of came out of nowhere for me because I really, truly, we had tried for years, like at least 10 years before having my daughter. I didn't see that happening for me. I had my husband, I could work. I know, like it wasn't no problem with me working. And if I wanted something, I know obviously, working hard, obviously, yeah, I could get it, if I worked hard. Shoot, this in the garbage. I thought this was, but I see it's empty. Yeah, but yeah, you guys, so that's, like I did not see that coming, and I am never coming down. Oh wow, what? Oh, it must was packed. Wow. Question. I'm sorry, y'all. My husband, like I said, was texting me. So, but yeah, you guys, like I just did not see that coming. You know how it's like to me. Hi, mama. Hi. To me, having my daughter was like, a person winning a lottery. Especially when you broke. I don't even care if you're not broke. Anybody winning a lottery that ain't got no money like that. That's like, like you can't even fathom it. Like, it's like, what? You got to probably slap yourself a couple times. Like, yo, nah, this not happening. It's not me. Like that's how it felt for me having a daughter. Cause that's something we wanted. And I know it happened at the right age, but some circumstances around when I had my daughter happened, and I felt very, I didn't feel like that was a blessing. At that time I felt like I was being punished and cursed for that. I had lost my cousin around that time, and he was expecting his first baby. Um, and I just, like at that time, I just really felt, very bad for, not myself. I felt bad for me, but I also felt bad for his baby mom, because like now she's a single mom. And yeah, and that really was a hard loss. Like, I used to change this boy diapers. He was just turning 21. His birthday and anniversary of his death will be coming up actually in a month or so. And I don't know too, like I literally think about him all the time. Like, I ain't gonna show y'all pictures and stuff because I don't think that that's appropriate, and just, I have respect for, them. But my bookshelf, for I got a couple of my, like my one cousin also that passed away and stuff like that. And I got like my husband mom passed away, just a lot of that kind of stuff, like we had to get through that. That's when I started smoking, honestly, y'all. I went with him down south, just really telling y'all, because it's the truth. And but that was like 10 plus years ago. She passed away like a couple weeks after his birthday. So, that was hard. At one point, obviously, he's a tough man. He a tough man, and it just made me realize like how lucky I really am. Like, I really obviously didn't have to go through. I thought that, I'm a person, I guess I could take stuff, you know, way south sometimes. Like, it might be this, and I would take it and turn it this way. Like, you might have said, "Oh yeah, you should wear a jacket outside, cause it's 50 degrees," and then I'll be the one outside, and oh, I thought you said it was 50 degrees. Like, just for example, y'all, I'm telling y'all for myself. Oh, I thought you said it was 50 degrees out. Oh, I'm hot. Oh, see, I might as well have sat up there, and nobody else wearing a jacket. I might as well, so sometimes I probably can come off extra. Let's just be out like that. Like sometimes I can come off, sometimes I can come off, not entitled, but, I can come off like, I want what I want. I'm so used to, if I work for it, I get it, stuff like that. And, I realize that, it's not like that with everything. That don't work with everything though. Everything it doesn't have a price tag on it. So I'm not a materialistic person, meaning I have to have these things, but, I still like if I want, I want my house clean, I want it clean. And if it's, kind of out of place, that bothers me, and I'm a person that I'm not going to wait for nobody to do it. I'm going to do it. But in the sense that it's the principle that I have to do it is bothering me, like that kind of, if that makes sense to anybody, so, I can be hard on myself sometimes with certain things, like you wake up and, I expect a certain ambiance, or I expect it to be a certain way, or, And, you know, I guess, you know, I was not, you know, I was looking at the glass basically half empty, you know, half full, instead of, you know, looking at the glass, you know what that's saying basically, y'all. I don't know. I know I ain't saying it right. I'm butchering it, but you know, like I'm not looking at all my options, you know, stuff like I'm a person, you know, I'm putting all my eggs in one basket instead of spreading them out and really, you know, working with what I got. You know, giving myself a break, giving myself credit for what I do have or what I have accomplished. So, you know, but yeah, you guys, that's like I said, just a little breakdown. You know, if y'all want a part two, or if y'all want to know how we, you know, how we met, and you know how early on we got married, y'all. And I'm just surprised and lucky and blessed that we are still together. Like most people probably would not have still been, you know, together, and especially young. I'm talking about young nowadays. I'm not talking about our older generation. If y'all in y'all 30s, you know, 40s, and y'all get where I'm coming from. I'm not talking about, you know, that generation. I'm talking about my age in the 30s and still, you know, together, not and not broken up. We've never split. We have never split. We have never been away from each other for more than a shift, a double shift, meaning I went in for a double shift, y'all. No more than that, y'all. We have always been pretty inseparable. Thank God. You know, glory be to God and grace be to God, and knock on wood. You know, that's how I wanted to be all the way up to whatever God had planned for us. You know, I want it to be all the way like that. Through the good and the bad, because that's truly what it is. But yeah, you guys, yeah, if y'all like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, y'all. You know, if y'all want to check out my store, it is also in my bio, in the description bio, so y'all can go ahead and check that out. I do have sales, you know, I still got some of my nails up there and stuff like that, whatever's left over up there that people didn't pick upon. Oh, you on this look. Look at my cat, y'all. Look what I gotta do. That's my little inventory I gotta put. I'm waiting for some more shelving to come, y'all. But that's what I gotta deal with. Say hi, Ahsoka. Ah, yeah. So, all right, you guys. But like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, comment. You know, your thoughts down in the description below. Yeah. I hope to see y'all in the next video.